Hey Sashank, you're up.
Hi, am I audible?
Yep, we can hear you.
Hello.
Yes, you are audible. Please go ahead.
I hope I'm audible.
Yes, you are audible, Sashank. Please go ahead.
Yeah, okay. Fantastic. Hi, my name is Sashank. My name is Sashank Kakaraparty. So I'm a Python developer. I work with computer vision, deep learning for the last couple of years. So during this lockdown period, apart from growing my hair like a wild boar, I also decided to go back to the basics of computer vision that I learned a couple of years ago, where it was just monotonous. I learned what was what. So I thought, why not do some fun stuff with all that I have learned? So I came about the idea of how we can make a small maze solver using Python and OpenCV. I had a passion for mazes while I was a kid. I loved finding the path all the time from the start of the maze to the end of it. So I thought it could be fun to try something out. So I'm guessing my screen is up right now. So I'll just take you through before we go into the actual maze solving part. I wanted to take you through a couple of very important functions that we use in this, and they're important as well as they're very, very basic. So when you're working with image processing, these are extremely basic. And so as you can see, so since it's a 5 minute talk, I didn't want to delve into presentations. I wanted to get right into the code so that I can give you a good idea of what I'm doing here. So to start off with, we are importing OpenCV, which is CV2 in Python. Then I'm importing NumPy, and also I'm importing Matplotlib to be able to display my images. So I'm importing that. Then I'm just importing a sample image so that I can show you what works. So this is the sample image. This is the output of our sample image, which is just a J, which I picked right off OpenCV's website, of course. And then the first operation that we need to understand is called erosion. And erosion is exactly what it sounds like. Erosion, we hear the term erosion when it comes to soil erosion, which means that the top layer of the soil is usually gone or taken away and happens due to several reasons. So erosion in image processing is also the exact same. So it removes the borders of an image or any object in that the object that is the focus of the image. It removes the borders of it. So as you can see, when I run this cell, you will be able to see the difference between the original image and the eroded image. It looks kind of sort of like it's been starved. Then comes dilation. Dilation is the exact opposite of what erosion does. By meaning, so it tries to widen the edges. It tries to basically expand that image. And we hear the word dilation usually when it comes to our eyes. Our eyes dilate when you have when light falls onto it and things like that. So this is dilation. So when you run the cell that contains dilation, you will be able to compare it with the original image. It's much fatter, it's much plumpier than the original image. It kind of looks like it has been to its grandma's place or something like that. So these are the two important operations that we will use in order to serve a motive here. So yeah, now I'm back to the point of how do we solve these mazes. First up, I'm going to give the path. You can ignore this display image cell here, which basically is just a small custom function that I've written in order to be able to print them comfortably. So that is out of context. Yeah, so here is the original image. So this is the image that we get when we are importing it. This is the original image. And on top of that, we apply the binary operation, which is basically we use cv2.threshold. We threshold the image and we are converting an RGB image into a binary image at this point. So this is the output of our binary image. And once that is done, we move on to the actual most important parts of the operation, which is we have to find the contours. So what are contours? Contours is not a very easy topic to explain quickly, but at a high level, contours are outlines. You have to pick the outlines of something. You use the contour. So if I have a glass in my hand and I take a picture of it and I look for the contours, it's going to give me the ring of the glass. So that's what contours are. And now I'm going to look for the contours here. This is the function that we use to find the contours. It returns two variables. One is the contours itself and the hierarchy of the contours. Next comes in the path to the binary image, and then we draw the contours on top of our original image. And this is exactly how our output looks like. Once this is done, then we get into the two operations that we learned earlier. One is dilation and the other is erosion. So now I'm dilating the same image. Now you can see that it looks much, it looks filled up. Now in the contour image, you were able to see some cracks. Now you don't see those, it's filled up. And then you try erosion. And when you erode it, you lose all the extra space that was created. And once you do them, The main idea here is to remove the eroded image from the dilated
Yes.
image, which will leave you with
Unfortunately,
the
we are
actual
over
path.
time.
Yeah, I'm done. Just a moment, I'm almost done.
Thanks a
So
lot.
this is how you, once you get this difference, you can simply just plot it. And I've actually created it into a small, web application that you can find at mazepuzzlesolver.heroku. I've posted it on Heroku. There you can just click and it's going to solve the puzzle by itself. You have a lot of puzzle options which you can choose from, and it's just a fun project that I worked on. So I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.